JazzCast Pros.
I'm really telling you guys all the business. I love Skittles, Starburst. My mouth is watering just talking about them. I am like in anticipation of having some sugar. I want to talk about it as it relates to our mental health. You know, you experience highs and lows from eating sugar and sugar consumption. I am still very much in a sugar withdrawal fog. And so I have been struggling to put words together. I have been like ready to jump down somebody's throat. Like I have been like really tripping over not having sugar. So I thought, why not take this opportunity to share what it's like in the middle of me reducing my sugar intake.
Welcome to Living the Front Seat Life. I'm your host, Kelly Marie, and I invite you to take this journey with me. We're going to be talking about all things mental health and emotional well-being. You see, I am a overcomer. If you are interested in figuring out the path for you to determine how and where you will drive your future, this is the place to be. We get to determine the ride. We may not get to determine the weather or who's on the road with us or if it's going to be a scenic route or not. But we are the drivers. So join me on this ride, living the front seat life.
What a beautiful day in the neighborhood today, good people. It's me, Kelly Marie. So today's show is all about me kicking my sugar addiction. And now that I've told that lie, it's actually about me cutting back on my sugar. And this is day 4 of no sugar. I'm in the middle of this thing, right? And so we often talk about things after we've gone through it, after we've made it out to the other side. And I'm very much not at the other side. So like, subscribe, share your favorite episode with someone that you care about. Spread the word about living the front seat life. So I'm going to tell you guys some stories just to give you an idea of what my sugar life is like. And maybe you'll kind of see how I have this issue. I did a little research into sugar and sugar addictions and have been doing a lot of reading and went to some medical journals because I really wanted to know, is sugar addiction a real thing? Like, I think it is. I've read articles here and there, but I've never gone out to actually do the research. And by reading, I don't mean random articles that are clickbait, although I did dive down a hole or two into some clickbait, and it's difficult to get out of that thing once you're in it, right? But I just want to read some things, share some information with you guys about sugar addiction, and then, I'll tell you, how I've been living my life these last 4 days. So research has shown that sugar, and this is NIH, National Institute of Health, government-supported research, sugar and sugar addiction. And what they found is that sugar creates 2 types of effects, very drug-like effects, including binging, craving, tolerance issues, withdrawal symptoms, interdependence, and a reward effect. And so sugar addiction seems to really be a real thing. And not only is it a real thing, but sugar is in everything. So this research looked at both animals and humans, and the literature really shows similarities between the two, and that there is some neurochemistry happening in the brain when sugar is involved, that it very much, your body very much acts like, because it is a drug. So we're not going to get into why sugar is acceptable and other things are not. But I want to talk about it as it relates to our mental health. When Chef Alexa was here, we talked about this a little bit. You experience highs and lows from eating sugar and sugar consumption. And we often will tend to, if you're not feeling well or, you're an emotional eater like myself, you'll eat something that tastes good. It's got to be the right thing, whether it's brownies or Skittles or whatever the sugar fix is. So in this self journey of self-medicating, or in this journey of self-medicating, first of all, you guys, let me just say, I have not reached the point of mental clarity. I am still very much in a sugar withdrawal fog. And so I have been struggling to put words together. I have been ready to jump down somebody's throat. I have been really tripping over not having sugar. It's been rough. The first 2 days, I had major headaches, headaches that did not go away with ibuprofen. I felt like I couldn't function, like something was squeezing my head. It was the worst. And so yesterday was not as bad. Definitely, I didn't have any headaches, but my attitude was just crappy. You guys, I apologize to any and everybody I spoke to yesterday. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. I feel like I didn't necessarily snap on people. I wanted to. And I really, you guys, when I say really, I mean really. I really tried to be cool, calm, and collected. I did my best to stay away from folks because I knew that I was going through sugar withdrawal. But it was tough. It was really tough. And interacting with people that know me, they could see that something, was not right. I am dealing with still being a little sick and sugar withdrawal all at once. And that's okay, because I do see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, I don't have any plans on being sugar-free. I've removed processed sugar from my diet, and while I'm still eating fruits, I have not OD'd on fruits. And there is some research that looks into how the body processes natural sugars versus artificial sugars. Processed sugars really do a number on your body. And so I do see, I would say, a difference in I'm more awake today, really. The first 2 days, all I wanted to do was sleep. Yesterday was a little bit better, and today I definitely would say I'm more awake. I'm not ready to get into bed and go to sleep. And so my sugar intake generally is in the morning, coffee creamer, and I've scaled back from what I used to do, but it's still very much an issue. But then I eat a lot of sweets during the day, not naturally sweet foods like fruits, and there's some vegetables like carrots that are actually high in sugar. Growing up, I would, and this is going to trip you out, I would eat Skittles with orange juice. I would take a bag of Skittles, put it in a glass, then fill it with orange juice, and I would let the orange juice eat the sugar, the acid from the orange juice, eat away at the Skittles until they turned into a little kind of sugary mush at the bottom. Then I would drink the orange juice and then eat the rest of the softened Skittles. And the orange juice was black by the time I got ready to drink it because it had eaten away at the Skittles. I also used to make Kool-Aid sugar. I talked about this one on the show with Chef Alexa. And Kool-Aid sugar, if you didn't catch that episode, is you take a pack of tropical Kool-Aid. It has to be tropical. Sometimes you can use lemonade, but tropical Kool-Aid in a mug. You fill the mug with sugar, and then you put about 2 tablespoons of water in this mug, and you stir it up. And it's like a slushy almost, not quite as liquid as a slushy, but it's like sugar.
If you've been thinking about starting a podcast and you want to include interviews with people across town, Riverside.fm offers unbelievable high-quality recordings regardless of your or your guest internet quality. And it also gives you separate audio and video tracks for each person speaking. And unlike Zoom, you don't have to install anything on your computer, and your guests don't either. Head over to riverside.fm and use promo code JazzCast to get 60 free minutes of recording and 15% off a membership plan.
Your slushy. Now, as an adult, and I haven't had those since I was in grad school, but, and now mind you, I was an adult grad student, but that's not the case. It's been a good 15, maybe 20 years since 10 to 15 years. I'm trying to be honest here and give you guys an actual estimate of time. But now I find myself eating lots of brownies, lots of cookies, Cadbury eggs, which come out in Easter time. Those are like the best ever. Will I have enough willpower to wait until after Easter to buy them? So I buy them when they're on super sale, like 75% off. But then I get like 40 Cadbury eggs, and I will tear through those things in 2 days. I didn't do that last year. That was a good time for me. I don't plan on doing it this year either. I'm hoping that by then I'll have this under control, but we'll see. Another thing that I love is cookie dough, eating cookie dough, like raw cookie dough, or like cookies that are kind of baked but not all the way, so they're still kind of soft, and you can like put them in a bowl and eat them with a spoon. I'm really telling you guys all the business. But when it comes to sweets, and not really baked goods, but I like the before they're cooked baked goods, like brownie mix and cookie dough. I love Skittles and Mentos. Mentos are like supersized Skittles. Starburst. My mouth is watering just talking about them. I am like in anticipation of having some sugar, but I'm not. I'm good, cool, calm, and collected. I can make it. I can do this. And so I have cleared the house out of snacky foods that I love, because I knew that was a thing for me to really set myself up for success. Again, it's only been 4 days. But 4 days is better than 0 days, right? And I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I know that right now I'm in a good place. I feel like I will be able to have some long-term success with this. Again, day 4, who knows? But I have begun to notice some changes. So again, I've been more not alert, because I'm still all over the place, and this podcast is proof of that. But I've been more awake. Like I haven't taken a nap today, and lunchtime naps have been my jam. Like I live for a nap, y'all. I've also been sleeping better these last couple days, which has been beneficial, of course, to my sleep pattern. And I really credit that to the sugar, not having sugar in my diet. Nothing else has changed. I haven't added anything or removed anything else from my routine except for the sugar. So I'm counting sugar as the reason that, or lack thereof, the reason that I've been able to get some better sleep. I usually wake up 2 to 3 times a night, and now I may wake up in the middle of the night once, but I'm sleeping through until 6:30, 7 o'clock, which is unheard of for me. This last year, I have not had a good night's sleep, really. So to be able to have restful sleep has been like just a godsend, really. And so my hope is that, and I will continue to share with you guys exactly how I'm doing on my sugar-free kick as we, move along in these weeks. But again, to be honest, I have not removed fruit from my diet, just processed sugars. And I haven't overindulged in fruit. I have been eating grapes, and red grapes, which are high in sugar. But I figured red grapes are way better than Skittles. And I have not been eating them in mass like I would with my Skittles. So I know that a lot of folks would not consider what I'm doing going sugar-free because I haven't removed fruit from my diet. But for me, this is a big deal. Not only did I cut sugar, but I cut caffeine. Oh, okay. So it could also be caffeine. Caffeine could also be the reason why I'm sleeping better. but I only have coffee in the morning. I'm not a afternoon or evening coffee drinker. But I did cut caffeine out of my diet as well. So no coffee, no sugar, no added sugars. I haven't had sugar in food. So if you pay attention, you'll notice that a lot of foods have sugar in it, like spaghetti sauce. A girlfriend of mine said that her favorite garlic powder has sugar in it. If something is low in fat, it's probably high in sugar. So sugar is really everywhere. And the only way you can kind of get out of it is to eat whole foods. That's been my plan. That's been what's been working for me, is to focus more on whole foods and not on processed foods, but definitely cutting out all processed sugars. So with that, I want to hear about your successes. If any of you have issues around sugar, around snacking, binging, again, from a health perspective, what have you done? What are some tips? What are some tricks that you have instituted in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle, in order to keep your brain clear? I'm expecting the brain fog to lift soon, like any day now. It should be happening. And I'll report back and let you guys know. I won't take up another show, but I will definitely kind of keep you posted, maybe at the top of a show, or we'll see. Right? We'll see how that goes. So in the comments, feel free, send me an email, kellymarie@frontseatlife.com. Jazzy would love if you would like and subscribe and share the podcast. I would too. But she gets on me to make sure that, I'm telling you and asking you to do the things that we need in order to make the show more successful. And it's been an absolute success. I cannot thank you guys enough for listening. I hope that my brief update on my sugar journey has encouraged you to make some changes in your life. We're coming up on the end of the year, and people are going to start making resolutions. And I just want to let you know, you don't have to wait until January 1st to make a resolution. You don't have to wait until the first of a month in order to make change. You can make change right here, right now. So keep me in the loop and keep me posted on everything that you are up to and you're doing by way of making these healthy choices. Now, if you are in need of resources, you don't know where to go, but you need some resources, try dialing 211 on your phone, or use 211, the 211 app, not app, but go to 211 in your browser. You can do keyword search to get resources in your area. If you are in need of someone to talk to, you're in crisis, or have an urgent need to speak to a crisis counselor, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK. Or you can text HOME to 741-741. Until the next time, be the light. We're going to talk about the holidays and really living through the holiday season next week. So come prepared for that one. That should be a good conversation. So be the light, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Like, subscribe, share. Share your favorite episode with someone that you care about. Spread the word about living the front seat life.